What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Handmade and Beyond podcast. I'm your host, LL, leader of the handmadeandbeyond.com website and community. I'm a self-employed entrepreneur, an Etsy expert, and business coach who's figured out how to make my entire living with my handmade business. Each week, I'll dive into strategies and success tips to help you with your handmade business, with Etsy, and everything in between. Let's dive in. Hey everyone, what is going on? TGIF, happy Friday. Glad to be back with you guys again as usual. And I heard a lot of good things. A lot of you guys like the Freaky Friday Handmade and Beyond episode I did last week. So I'm back at it again. Not to mention, this is just a lot of fun for me to kind of sort through the Etsy stratosphere and try to find this either weird, crazy, cool, different stuff that at least that I think is either weird, crazy, or cool on Etsy. So, but again, if you're passionate about something, you're creative, you can make money selling pretty much anything. And it's always pretty neat to try and find this stuff and showcase it for you guys. So I have two more things that I want to show you. Not quite as weird as last week's episode. Unfortunately, I'll have to do some deep dive to beat the Dolls on Steaks episode. So if you guys haven't watched or listened to that one, go back and listen to it because that was some pretty interesting stuff. But the guy was clearly making a decent amount of sales on Etsy. So this week, I have two listings for you. One, both of them are pretty cool. The one's pretty funny. So let's dive in. I will show you guys what I got here. All right. So this one is literally called Useless Machine. And it is, if you're not watching this and you're just listening, it is basically, it looks like an aluminum box. And it has a switch on it on the one top end, and then there's like a coin slot almost on the bottom end. And then the front side, there's like a button. It looks like a button at least. And it's literally called in the title, just Useless Machine. And there's really not much information about it. It's just says in the description, finally a gift for anyone that doesn't have a Christmas list, a great desk toy that makes everyone smile with no information given. It's a complete surprise. It may be a useless purchase, but everyone will flip the switch. All right, so luckily they have a video because I was like, what is this thing? So in the video, it shows, if you play the video, you literally flip the switch and a little arm comes out of the coin slot and turns the switch back off. And that's it. That is what it does. It literally just turns the switch off when you flip the switch on. Really no point to this thing whatsoever. I guess it's just, it's like a gag gift, but people just have to flip the switch and then it just turns it back off. So completely useless machine. So they described it really well. It's just unbelievable. This thing is $95. I'm assuming they've sold some, but it's definitely, something that people are buying probably as a gift. Maybe it's something that people put on their desk for, a boss or a loved one or whatnot. But it's literally a machine that does nothing. Really, there's no point to this thing whatsoever. So you have to check it out. If you guys aren't watching this, you check out the video on the website or on YouTube. But it's really funny. I just couldn't believe it. I was like, man, people are actually buying this thing that's called a useless machine. So very, very interesting and kind of funny thing. The next one I got for you guys, I like wine, so this is, I found pretty cool. It's a magic floating wine bottle holder. So what it is, basically, it's super simple. It's a board that's cut on an angle. So the bottom of the board, just imagine like a flat board that's maybe like an inch thick. On the bottom end of the board, it's cut at probably, I don't even know what angle that is. And then there's a hole in the top end of the board. So literally the wine bottle goes in the hole at the top, and then it sits on an angle, like with nothing supporting it, but because of the weight of the wine bottle, it holds the board in the air. So literally it's a board angled straight up in the air with a wine bottle sticking out of it that's horizontal. So the board's almost parallel. It's on an angle, and then the wine bottle is horizontal sticking out of it. So pretty cool. I thought it was pretty neat because it's super simple, but it looks really interesting. Probably a really good conversation starter. I don't know how practical it is, especially you're probably going to have someone put in, half drank bottle of wine back in the board, and it's probably because the weight distribution's off. It's probably going to fall and break, or you're just going to hit it off you're going to take a pot accidentally when you're cooking and smack the wine bottle and hit it onto the floor and it shatter everywhere, and you're going to be like, you're going to be really upset that you bought this floating wine bottle holder. But on the surface, it actually looks really cool. It's probably a good conversation piece. Probably would make a really good gift for somebody. But let's be honest, who has just one bottle of wine, right? So usually wine holders are more than one bottle. But I think it's pretty cool. And you can get it. It looks like you can get it personalized too, which is super smart too. So that's kind of cool that you can get a personalized name on it. So as a gift, I think this is pretty neat, and probably a lot of things you can do as far as the staining of the board and the personalization options. So yeah, I found it. I thought it was really neat. Super smart, super simple. Just goes to show you, you don't have to come up with the crazy intricate things. A lot of times you can come up with something that's just smart and useful. Makes a good gift, and it could do pretty well. So I thought these two things were pretty cool. So definitely check them out. This one was Vic Abbey Creations is the store for the Magic Floating Wine Bottle holder. And then the other one for the useless machines is Wild Oaks Metalworks. So those are the two shops. So if you want to buy a useless machine, maybe you buy the useless machine to play with while you're trying to get the wine holder to work and stay up right and not knock it over. So, but definitely check them out. I'll be back with you guys. I'm sure I'll do this again in the future. I'll try to find something extra crazy, maybe extra weird for the next episode for you guys. But until next time, have an awesome rest of your day. Have a good weekend, and happy Friday.